Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to today's second bonus. Before we jump into it, a couple quick links. As many of you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, channel membership, and the merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. Links to Patreon, PayPal, and channel membership is in the description below. Merch displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1 through 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeff Ned Only. These audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, links to which are also in the description as well. And finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support the channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe. It does not cost a cent. Click that like button, takes half a second. If you don't want to miss out on any of the informative uploads that I put out daily, click the bell icon, and folks, please leave a comment and share the video. Why? Well, because these things, they really do help the channel to continue to grow and go. They definitely do matter, and they are appreciated. And now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's jump into tonight's second bonus, shall we? All right, so this is an interview that I did 4 years ago. I have no idea what happened earlier this afternoon. I got in kind of a funk, little depression funk, and I think it's because I'm getting older. I turned 49 today, and I started to listen to some uploads that I have done with subscribers who have passed, and I don't know. I got bummed out, but this interview right here made me smile. It made me smile, and it kind of took me out of my funk. I thought that is my higher power, Jesus Christ, telling me to share it. I might be wrong, I might be right, I don't know, but that's how I felt and how I feel. So here it is. All right, everybody. Tonight, I am definitely doing something very different. I am going to do just a complete BS session with Victor. I have no format. It's just going to be him and myself talking about random stuff, and we figure that'll work out good for everybody. So tonight, I'm going to hand you over to Victor. Victor, how are you tonight?
I'm good. Hope everybody's well out there. Hope you're well up there.
I'm doing well. How's the retired life treating you?
It's going well. I've got 14 chapters of the book done, so I've been working on it quite a bit. Been working around the house, getting it done. Family dropping by periodically. Get to see the grandbabies. It's different, but I'm enjoying it.
That's good. That's all that matters, is that you finally get to get some peace, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you and I had talked about the book. You're thinking it's going to be about 36 chapters long, which is...
That's what it's going to be. I've got my stories picked out. I'm just putting them together and getting them typed out and getting them together now. So I've been working on it quite a bit and pulling it together, getting everything together with it, with pictures and everything that goes with each one. And everybody will finally get to see something.
That's going to be awesome. There's a lot of people that are looking forward to it. Just last night, I saw in the comment section a guy saying, I can't wait until Victor is able to, or, finishes his book. So it's going to be cool. And, I'm glad that you're getting time to yourself to just, unwind, relax, and work on the book I think it may help you with some PTSD issues, to kind of get everything out and, off your chest as well.
Yeah, well, some of it, sometimes I think it gets better, and then, you have some, you think, and type some of this stuff up and remember, and then I relive it at night, so it just goes back to it, stays that way for days.
Right.
Just hope.
So, there was a couple of things I was just going to bring up to you. I guess kicking around on Facebook somewhere, there is a video of a dead baby Sasquatch. Supposedly a cameraman or, whoever he is found it, took a video of it. I saw it once. To me, I'm saying a hoax, because I don't think that a mother Sasquatch would leave her young, even if it was dead. Because, I've seen, there's video of baboon and gorilla and chimpanzees carrying their dead babies until they're almost decayed. I don't feel like it's a real video. A mother Sasquatch, in your opinion, would a mother Sasquatch just, drop its young dead baby just to be, sucked into nature?
No, I highly doubt it. It would be buried at best, or put in a cave, or covered up where no human would find it. We never find their bones unless they're washed out, along a creek bed or something, and that's so seldom that it's you just never hear of it, hardly ever. Maybe once in a great while somebody will find a bone of one, but it's not very often. I've been out there for, I spent 42 years in the Corps, and I did 37 of it with this unit. And in all that time, I never found the 2 bones that we could confirm was Bigfoot. And that was it.
Yeah. It's just, it doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't seem plausible. They seem more to, very, it may not be related 100% or at all, but with the intelligence they show, I feel like they just wouldn't drop, a mother wouldn't just say, well, here it is, and let humans find it.
Yeah, that's just not.
So.
That's just not what happens. So.
Right. Now, speaking of your time in action, you said that you found, twice, two sets of Sasquatch. How about Dogman?
You can find them pretty often. They don't bury their dead.
Okay.
They're just on top of the ground someplace, laying there for somebody to find. Animal deprivation, they take its toll on them. After they're dead, things come along, chew them up, carry them off, eat them. So they get gone pretty quickly.
Okay. Okay, so you did find the baby pitch that I was talking about. Do you think that I mean, in all your years of expertise, is that a baby Sasquatch?
No, that's a fake picture. I've seen 2 or 3 live ones in my time, and that's not one. So,
yeah,
I can promise you wholeheartedly it's not.
Well, I don't know if you caught last night's upload that I did, but there was a story that I did in regards to someone finding a baby Dogman, and I don't know if you remember the time that you showed me a picture and what I said when I saw the picture.
I remember what you said.
And that is exactly, and for everybody who's listening tonight, the upload is from last night's story. And I ironically thought of you as I was talking about it, because the kid, he was on a dirt bike. The trail was all broken up, clay, and there was a cave under this like root system, and he keeps hearing this mewling sound, he called it, and his exact words, and I just thought it was the funniest thing. But these creatures didn't match anything in my head. All I could think was it was some kind of deformed coyote or some horrible mutation. They had tiny legs with clawed feet, pudgy baby arms, stubby fingered paws, thick necks, and puppy-like heads, toothpick thin tails flapping over their bare butt cheeks. You might think puppies are cute and babies are cute, but something with the features of both gets about as far away from cute as you can imagine. Chubby little piggly ball sacks from hell. And ironically enough, that was the thing that got me, was the god darn hands, because they were just so. And I never, yeah, I'll never forget you. I said, "Oh my God, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen." And you, what? Well, I'm like, yes. You're like, no.
Oh, that was funny. I remember that. I most certainly do.
I hope that is a picture that you might be able to share in with the book, because, I mean, so people can honestly see that, you know, these things are not as majestic looking when they're babies.
No, they're not.
The most hideous thing I've ever seen. So, you missed the action?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a call Monday. Had a job offer from Texas to be a tracker for the Texas Rangers.
State government?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Texas Rangers. And they'd say I'd just be trying to track a different animal. And I turned it down. I'm done.
Right.
I'm out of the game.
Well, that's good to hear.
I'm fixing to turn 61, so I'm settling down.
Yeah, you definitely deserve a break. So I got a email from the gentleman from Delaware. I don't know if you caught that upload.
Was it last night's? I hadn't seen it last night.
No, last night's was with the story that I included tonight. it was, I did the upload kind of rehashing his story and kind of pled again, hey, if you hear this, please reach out. And I emailed him again.
Now I know who you're talking about.
Yep. And he reached back out to me. Apparently, he has not had any more issues with any Dogman or people. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to do an interview, which I'll respect completely. He decided to share the story with a couple of other YouTube channels. Like, I know he sent it over to Swamp Dweller, and he sent...
Really?
Yep. And he sent one to... what lurks below, or beneath, or wherever. Sent it over to them. He's trying to... What he wants to do is he wants to share that story to see if anyone listens to those channels, to see if anybody was able to sneak out or send out pictures. Because he's still amazed to this day that nobody was able to get
pictures out.
Right. So he's going to reach out and, hopefully...
Trying to find someone.
Yeah, that's exact. He wants to pretty much... I think he's pretty much looking for either the couple of guys that were next to him or a couple of other people that were out with their guns that night to get in touch with and communicate with. So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Maybe if one of them reaches out to him, then they'll all get together and come on and share it as a group.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Even if it's not on my channel, I mean, if they could just, I think it would be beneficial for him to get in touch with someone else from that night, because I mean, I can't imagine, you've done it as a career and you have PTSD. He's done it, he had the unfortunate thing to, have it ruin his vacation. So I can only imagine mentally what he's going through.
Yeah. Well, that's what it does to everybody. That's around it for any period of time.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
No, it definitely is not. Have you been keeping track of the news lately? The girl from Mississippi that went missing just recently over by New Albany.
Yep. I heard about it.
There's been the police ruled out foul play. What would you think would be responsible for that disappearance? If you had to guess, which I know you don't like guessing, but if you had to.
Well, just with what I know of the case, I would say that it's probably Dogman. Just by the details that I've seen, and I've got to see off of my computer that I was able to keep, so I'm privy to a little more inside detail. But I'm going to say it's Dogman, but they ain't even saying an animal.
Right, they're not saying anything. I mean,
they're not saying anything.
They're leaving it.
They're not saying any kind of foul play. They're just saying that they think she's walked away, hiding her identity.
What's interesting enough is that in a case like this, you'd think, okay, they're going to want to cover it up very quickly, like they're doing now. But they haven't even said, I mean, she was on a river. They haven't even mentioned the word drowning,
No.
And that's, you'd think that would be one of the first things that would be in the paper. So there's a check mark out of it, that's gone. The boyfriend's gone. It's obviously something, and drowning and the boyfriend was not one of them, so.
Well, the boyfriend talked about in his second interview, they talked about hearing howlings that night that they thought was on the other side of the river, either coming up or coming down. I don't know which. And later in the evening, they said that there was branches breaking behind them, but they never seen any eyesight or anything, and that was in his second interview.
Right.
And another reason they're keeping it covered up is because they found tracks.
Okay.
And nobody formally called it in.
Right.
Which at this stage in the game, it's going to be too late anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean we're talking now.
5 weeks.
Yeah, March 1st will be 3 months, which is insane.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, January 1st. Yep.
Was it January 1st?
January 1st. Yep. And it's.
Let's see when it came on my computer. When we actually got something about it. I didn't think it was that long ago.
Yeah.
We got something about it. Okay, come on. I got 3 computers set up in here now. It was. We didn't get nothing until January the 19th. So.
It's like they gave up and said, let's reach out,
Well, they actually didn't reach out to us. We just caught wind of it. One of the agents put it in the system for everybody to look at.
Yeah, it's a very strange story. And
yeah,
I mean, automatically, any average person who doesn't think like we do would think, boyfriend, and
drowning
or drowned. It was just a very strange thing, and what you just said made a little more sense to me, because he didn't notify the agencies for almost nighttime, so he was obviously looking around. So, hearing that sounds he's probably like, oh shit, I got to get out of here and tell somebody now. Hearing branches break and, howling.
Yeah.
And it's deep woods, too.
I mean, the timeline I've got on it was this took place after dark. I've got that they arrived there at 3 p.m.
Yep.
And he went to the police at 12:15 p.m. is when he got in touch with them. Or 12:15 a.m.
It's just it's definitely strange, And
yeah, it's strange.
Unfortunately, it's going to get written off. We're not going to hear anything more about it, I don't think.
No.
I think it's just going to, fall in the cracks.
That'll be swept under the rug.
Yep. And a young girl too. I mean, she's not even old enough to live a life, you know, and it's so sad. I feel bad for her mom. You know, her mom's in limbo, blaming the boyfriend, blaming anybody who she, you know, who she can blame, and I would too. But God, I mean, it's such a sad story. So
yeah, there's been 4 this week that I still look at my computer. I guess that's the only thrill that I still get left is getting to see what's going on. And they had 4 this week, and it's Thursday, and most of the time, you know, it's towards the weekend when everything happens, and this is first of the week. And but 3 of them this time was in California, and the other one was in Montana. All of them followed the right protocols. Everything got called in correctly. It's really, really crazy as to how many. I wonder how many is that goes missing. Like on the 411 that's actually we could attribute to one of the big 3.
yeah, absolutely. It's maybe 50%, 60% high percentage, I think.
I would think it would be
70 or 80.
I don't think it'd be that high. I think it'd be 35-40% would be that would be my guess.
Yeah.
But I could be, you know, hey, it may be 80%. It may be 90%. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking high because of all the, you know, those really strange ones. You know, where people have been found in a tree or found, you know, 150 feet up a sheer rock cliff, and you know, that's definitely that's unexplainable. So I think anything that has an unexplainable aspect to it, I think that's when the cryptids are involved.
They need to look at them at the cryptids at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all 3 of them can do that. I mean, sheer cliffs ain't nothing.
No, definitely not.
No. I mean,
there was something that I did a couple of days ago. Ironically enough, I was talking about Kentucky and the hell was it? Hang on one second. The werewolf or Dogman of Kentucky, and it had a certain name, and I tried to look something up, and it was so strange because as I'm looking it up, you know, there was all these different, you know, internet sites that had some sort of news to it. So these internet sites that had news to it, about like the LBL or this and that, and you know, I didn't type in anything other than, you know, Dogman in Kentucky or real werewolf of Kentucky or something like that. Something that I could get some sort of old folklore or newspaper clippings from. And ironically enough, the little boy that disappeared in 2020, the news article came up for him. And it was very strange that Google kind of made that mistake.
Wow. You mentioned that to me earlier.
Yeah, when we were talking last time, I think the last time we talked.
Yeah. That's really strange that it would pull that up. And I don't know why it would pull that up, because, now it never was brought out to them what killed that boy.
Right.
We never even told the family. It was decided that the family was in such disarray over that we never told the family what had actually killed him. And that is just amazing as to how that would pull that up, which I just typed in.
I just remembered what it was. It was, I typed in Barilla of Kentucky, and that's when it came up.
What was it?
Barilla, like, so Bearilla of Kentucky. And, or I typed in the Waddy werewolf or something like that. Hang on. I think it was
I got it.
And it was just strange because it was either, I was looking up, I was, talking about different names and folklore of Kentucky, because there's the Waddy werewolf and Barilla.
Yep.
And, I wanted to see.
That's what you typed in.
Yeah.
The something werewolf.
The Waddy. W-A-D-D.
Waddy.
Yep. W-A-D-D-Y.
Yep.
Which is, very interesting that, that, and like you said, and I remember the conversation, you said that too, because you were like, that's crazy because we didn't notify anybody that was the cause of that. And
yeah,
so
nobody knows. Nobody.
Right. So speaking of sad things,
yeah, right there it is. I've got it. I just pulled it up. Under Waddy.
Waddy werewolf, yeah. It's very strange.
Waddy werewolf. Here it is. Huh. Why would it pull that up? Gosh.
Doesn't make too much sense.
That is unreal. How did that get associated with that?
So with the book deal, when you do the book and you get that out, have you thought about maybe doing some, when the world is back to normal, maybe doing some cryptid conventions with your book and kind of sharing the news that way?
Yeah, I thought about doing that and going around and trying to meet some people and do it that way.
No, definitely. I mean, they've got some pretty wild conventions out your way too, out in just northwest of you,
especially on the West Coast.
Yeah. So you wouldn't at least have to travel too far to.
Yeah, that don't matter. Like I said, I got that trip planned for this coming summer.
Yep.
So.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, you want to tell them about it?
Yeah, Victor and I are talking about going to Port Lock, which, I think it's going to be a very interesting trip.
Oh, it will be.
Ironically enough, Victor shared some stuff with me. You never went there during your years of working, right?
Never.
Now, how did Portlock or Port Chatham, how did that surface come to surface for you when it all came to your...
I always heard about it, read about it, all my adult life, and just thought that at some point in time that I would get to go there, and I never did. And I figured there would be something come up, that a fisherman or something, a hunter or something would happen, and I would get to go to that location, and never did. Fishermen say that they don't go on land there, that they'll go into the bay, but they won't go on land. And have to get permission. You have to get permission from tribesmen to go in there now. If you're going to go get out of a boat and stay there, you have to get permission to stay. And it took some convincing to do that. But, come either July or August, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very interesting. And you yourself, we were talking, because I had said that about the, I found it interesting that the postman had been the last guy there by himself. And apparently just a portion of the cannery is what remains out there.
Yeah, that one barn. And everything else is gone. If you look online, that there's a picture of the one it's a ghost town.
Yeah, it's I tried to satellite it. And what I did was I typed in Port Chatham, and I went in toward the coast, and then followed the coast, kind of looped around the coast, and zoomed in as close as I could without distortion.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see anything. I mean, it's just like you said, nature has reclaimed that town.
That whole thing. Yeah. Except they say there's one barn left and part of the cannery. And one barn is right on for some odd reason, it's right on the inlet where you go in. Right there where the town used to stand. It's right there. It's part of the ghost town that's right there. Or what they call a ghost town now. So, it's right on the edge of the Kanaya Peninsula. And, Port Chatham Bay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely beautiful up there, but
yeah,
there's just so many.
There's so many places to go to about things.
Yeah.
That one is just one it's very mysterious.
Yeah.
For some creature to run off an entire population and only kill out mostly males. That was kind of odd too.
Yeah. And just, leave them randomly to be seen is the strangest thing at that.
Yeah. They would see it at distances, and most time then it would only be a shadow. And but the last time it was seen, when the fishermen went on shore in 80 or 93, I think it was. Let me see. I've got it right here in front of me.
Really?
It was in
87 or something?
Let's see, in 1993, there were 7 fishermen went on in there, got off their boat, went in there, got out of the storm. And after the storm quit, the winds was raging there in the bay, and it was still tossing big waves around. They didn't want to go back out there, but after they seen what was walking around that barn that is in, they was looking at it through the cracks in the boards, and it was getting clear eye shot of it and could see it. They didn't have nothing to defend themselves with. They decided they'd rather face the waves in the bay and chance getting drowned than to stay in that barn and face what was on that shore for another 6 or 7 hours. So when it took back into the woods, or they thought it was back in the woods, they made a break for the boat, got back in the boat, and went back out in the bay and stayed as close to the shore as they could, that they felt safe. But eventually got pulled back out into the main bay, and they all survived the night, but they all had a story to tell too. And I've got their stories that each told. They're all about the same. It's told to an Alaska State Trooper. And it was kind of nerve-wracking what they went through.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because there was a story about the ambulance paramedic who had picked one of the guys up that was up there, one of the natives, and he was in the ambulance, and they had discussed the encounter. And that was actually in a magazine or a small like syndicated book for Alaska, and it was like one of the creepy stories of Alaska or something like that, and I believe it was a magazine for Alaska, but it was pretty interesting.
I seen that happened in the late 80s, didn't it?
Yeah, 87 I think, or something like
87.
That.
Yeah.
I want to say 87. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I read that.
Crazy that like that town and the town outside of Bennington Triangle, Gloucester or whatever it's called, that was an abandoned town, and that had a monster or creature very similar to what happened on Portlock. And this whole town, it were miners and loggers. And what's in Portlock? They had, fishermen and loggers. And, just the whole town just driven out of existence. Yeah, it's truly a different time. That would never happen.
Yeah. But from a cryptid.
Yeah. And well talked about. I mean, they weren't the natives or the locals that moved up there, the fishermen, no one was hiding the fact that something was there and something was scaring the heck out of them.
Yeah. They asked for help.
Yeah.
Repeatedly. Nobody would come.
That poor postman.
Yeah.
That's
by
himself. He must have been, sleeping with one eye open and a gun in one hand, and geez, crow.
Yeah, he's a man.
Yes, sir, he is.
What's a place in West Virginia?
The West
Virginia. That you're wanting to go?
Oh, not West Virginia. Vermont is a place I want to go to. by outside of Bennington Triangle. It's Gloucester or something like that. I believe
Oh, okay.
And then I'd like to go. What were you saying?
I thought you'd mentioned a place in West Virginia this summer.
No, oh yes. Oh Jesus. God. My brain just went completely blank. There's a cave system out there that I want to check out.
That's right.
Hang on, I got it written down somewhere. Give me a second. But yeah, I have 2 subscribers who have spoken about that. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you. Okay, the county is... And of course, and it's Virginia, but hang on 1 second, and I'll have it. There's a small town, but the county is Tazewell County, Virginia.
Yeah, that's it, Tazewell County.
You've got numerous encounters coming out there, left and right. I mean, we've got
that's in Virginia.
DJs from Tazewell County. Just had another subscriber come on in Tazewell. Ironically enough, female, the subscriber had remained anonymous and didn't speak, we didn't say the county, and he remained anonymous. A female subscriber had heard the story and she guessed it. She said, "Is this Tazewell?" Right? And it's just something in that area is there's a hot spot. There's a cave system where an old timer, someone's great grandfather, so we're talking 100 years ago, described a upright bipedal fox. That's what the head to him looked like, was a fox, 100 years ago. So definitely a place that I want to check out. I'd love to I think it's on 460. Route 460 is where that cave system is. Yep. Just some very interesting stuff and I'm, just having this channel, I've learned about so many different creepy towns. I didn't tell you, I don't know if I told you this. A subscriber, she shared with me anonymously, I know her name, but she has not been on the channel yet, but she's having issues with Sasquatch, and she believes Dogman as well, but she's seen Sasquatch, and she was talking about these vortexes out in Ohio. Ironically enough, I Google satellite, satellite imaged her home, and she's saying these vortexes are in her backyard. She's got a large backyard with a lot of forest. So, you know how when you're on satellite and it takes a minute to kind of really clear up and you can see it very well, it's not buffered looking?
Yeah.
The whole screen was clear except her residence. Her house, like the neighbor's area was clear on both sides, across the street, beyond her yard. But for some reason, it didn't clean up her yard. And in my eyes, that's proof of a vortex, or proof of something that is a magnetic something, who knows. But, she is swearing on a Bible that she sees these things coming out of nowhere, like thin air, like a vortex. So, I mean...
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just this chant, just, talking to really good people and finding out some of the craziest places that you would not think, if this is rural Ohio, farmland, but, quaint, we'll just say quaint area. And, it blew my mind because I refreshed my computer twice. I actually got out of Google. I X'd out of Google, brought back into Google, it went back to her address, did it 2 times, and it still did the same thing every time I pulled her address up. It still went to that very strange, unbuffered or buffered looking, just, you couldn't see. It was so weird.
Wow.
Yeah. And, you of all people, I mean, I know that these Sasquatch things have something that we don't know.
Yeah. There's something there.
I think there's a reason why they weren't capable of breeding in the program. And I think maybe it's just they couldn't, be away from nature, be away from where their stability is. I mean, there's something to a creature that big that when it runs behind a 2-inch tree and disappears, something is saying,
something wrong with that.
Yeah. So I just, like you said, when you were going to retire, they're going to try to do the Squatch thing again.
Yeah, I was getting hopes up then.
If they do it,
I think that was a bait.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I didn't go that way.
So what's the most missed thing about the job that you miss? Do you miss the hunts?
Yeah, I miss the hunts. Yeah. Miss the guys. Because all of them guys is real men.
Right.
Nothing fake about them.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of them in the world. I guess there are in different ways, but in the way that I was brought up, I'd say.
Right.
My learning, my discipline.
Yeah, well, it's a different type of man or person.
Yeah.
Not even man, just person.
They can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that. Yeah.
And they have to be someone completely. I mean, you're putting your life in their hands. They're putting their life in your hands. So there's got to be a very very honest, wholeheartedness, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you got to count on 1,000% when you go in that field with, if they drop one little bit and you can't pick up the slack, then, it's game over for both of you.
Yeah. So with the stories, has that been hard?
I'm sorry?
Has the 14 stories that you've worked on, has that been hard writing them out and reliving them in your head?
No, it hadn't been. Reliving some of it has been. I think that's the hardest part.
Okay.
I've got my files. I was very, very picky on my files that I put in it. Most of them are very serious hunts. Nothing that's, you know, nothing that's just groundbreaking, but
Right.
you'll get your fingernails shorter.
I'm sure. And then with pictures included, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be the part that sets it apart from everything.
Yeah.
That's where, if I catch any flack, that's where it's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, it's on them. I mean, they were the ones that let you keep your computer. Just saying.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that computer got them. It was my personal. It had all the content. I left.
Okay.
So I've got some that, some of the older folders for Polaroids and stuff like that, but they've been scanned and uploaded.
Right. You ever catch yourself on let's say you're going to the grocery store or something. You ever catch yourself looking in the woods? Just kind of.
All the time.
Have you seen anything?
Well, you know what happened at the house.
Minus that.
Okay. One.
Really?
Yeah, that's all.
Dogman, Sasquatch, werewolf?
Dogman. Yeah.
Just random through?
Yep, going through. You could tell he was traveling. Yeah. He didn't want to be seen, but he was.
Did he cut in front of you, or just out of the corner of your eye in the
He had
woods?
already crossed the road, but
okay.
He went down into where there's a little stream, and he came up, and there was about 200 yards of just almost like wheat, but it wasn't but about 18 inches high.
Uh-huh.
And it was running across it. He liked about 30 yards getting across it. And I just happened to be looking that way, see if I seen any elk or mule deer. I seen him. He was sprinting. He was wide open. I seen him for maybe 4 or 5 seconds. That's all.
Right.
I would never been able to get a shot off at him. He was
too fast.
He was moving. Yeah, he was going. He had it wound up.
That's funny.
But I don't think that I was getting too many nicks and bruises towards the end. And I know it for myself. I can be sitting at the table or something, and I can look down at my arms, and I can see what's happened in the last 2 years versus what had happened in all the years before. And that tells me that I was getting slower.
Right.
And so I got out at a good time.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to get out and while you were healthy.
Yeah.
And able to actually enjoy your family.
Oh, yeah.
Take advantage of, certain things. The book will certainly be great for you and a very good opportunity, I think, for you to get a lot off your chest and help people as well, all in the same, so I think that'll be good.
I've had the boys have read the ones I've got so far, and their wives has read them, and they're just amazed when they're out here. They'll at night, before anybody goes to bed, somebody will bring me a folder, say, "Look at this, and tell us the story behind it." We'll sit there, and it'll take me 45 minutes to an hour. Everybody just sit there like it's story time. They're fascinated by it. Then I have to relive it that night. I'm just hoping something don't happen one night. And one of my fits of anger and rage, if something happens,
right.
Somebody I love.
I think with the work that you're doing with the book, and maybe talking to taking advantage of maybe getting some time or talking to someone that you can, maybe through the VA or somebody, just like a.
I have been.
Okay. I mean, I know it's going to be hard because with certain things that you can and cannot share, but that's why I said the VA. At least there's that umbrella over you like that. So.
Yeah, that helps somewhat.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you. But we're taking it one day at a time.
That's all you can do.
That's what we're supposed to do, ain't it?
Yep.
Enjoying it.
Yeah. So we're about an hour in right now. I guess we'll call it a night.
Okay.
You got 14 chapters, 36. You got 22 more to go. I mean, in all reality, you're really pounding this book out. I think what are you thinking? By summer before the trip, or mid-fall?
I'm hoping to have it done before. I mean, I'm trying my dangest to get one done every 3 or 4 days.
Right.
But there's other things that comes up that keeps me away from it. Things I have to do and take care of, and obligations.
Yeah. Well, I know that I know that it'll be great when it comes out. I know everyone that is listening is dying to hear it. I know I'm dying to hear it or read it, so it's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be a nail biter.
I hope everybody enjoys it.
Yeah. So I think we'll just end the BS session right now. I'm pretty happy it went this way. I mean, we I really don't want you to, because you got the book coming, so I don't want you to divulge too much information. I want to keep people on the edge of their seats waiting for it. So that way when it comes out, we use this as a platform to announce it if you want, and people can head over to Amazon and get it and read it. And that way, I don't want to. So I think tonight was good. I think it was good. That way people know you're okay. You sound a lot better. You sound clear-minded and not as tired.
Yeah. Well, I can tell that myself. So.
Well, is there anything you want to say to everybody before we go?
Yes. Everybody get out and enjoy your national forests. Don't be worried about these things. Chances are you'll never see one. If you don't go hunting them, you sure won't find them. So get out there and enjoy what God graced us with. Try to stay away from people that's got COVID or wear your mask.
Amen. All right, buddy. Well, I will talk to you very soon, and thanks for coming on.
Okay. Thank y'all. Everybody have a good night.
And there you have it, folks. I hope you all enjoyed today's second bonus as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. I'd like to thank you for supporting the channel. It is your support, after all, that helps this channel to continue to grow and go, and what gives us all a place and a chance to share our experiences and theories judgment-free. Everyone is simply treated with the respect that we deserve. Please stay safe, happy, healthy, and ever vigilant, keeping an eye on our children, pets, family, and friends. These creatures are real. These events have happened. Share this information with those you love and care about, and it may just help save their lives someday. Until next time, never stop asking questions. Never stop searching for the truth. And God bless you all.